read on for a little-known tale of rivalry, property damage, and death in the Old West. The reputation of the American cowboy dominates and defines the West, as anyone who's ever enjoyed a steak can attest. Even the cattle that cowboys protected have become a part of America's identity. But before the cowboy and the cattle he rented ruled the landscape, they first had to do battle with another group that encroached upon their stomping grounds, shepherds and their flocks of sheep. The shepherds seemed to have their own way of doing things. Whether riding a donkey or traveling on foot, shepherds moved slowly with their grazing flocks. Instead of turning away when they met with a fence, they would often simply cut it to cross ranch lands. It didn't help that the sheep competed with the cattle for food. In addition, many of the shepherds were Mexican. The two groups continuously butted heads in what was to be known as the Sheep Wars. The cowboys were swift to move when a flock was discovered crossing their land. In 1875, cowhands in western Texas drove 400 sheep into the Canadian River. And separate incidents in Wyoming, cattlemen drove 10,000 sheep into the mountains to die and more than 12,000 sheep off a cliff. In northern Arizona, issues between cattlemen and shepherds got hot enough to escalate into what is known as the Graham-Tewksbury feud, a decade-long series of skirmishes between two families. Before it was over, 26 cattlemen and 6 shepherds were dead, along with scores of beasts. The sheep wars ended around 1900 with the closing of the free prairie and the introduction of laws that made fence cutting a felony. Though sheep and cattle coexist peacefully, today it is the cowboy who defines the American West. Thanks for listening.